Although my food is Indian, I prefer using local produce. Local word is very important to me. Earlier this week, we went to a farm in Bromham, Phil Collins, and he had the most amazing squashes there.
I've been growing squashes for 30 years now, and pumpkins. We grow anything between 15 and 20 varieties of squash. This is not quite all of them. Some of the summer squash is already finished.
Yes.
But we've got a nice selection, nice colours. It's a very underrated vegetable.
And this is so kind of green, yellow, orange, all different kind of colours in there. And it's like a banana kind of, you know, tiny bananas you have. It's so pretty.
It's ideal if you're going to cut it up and
Yes.
roast it, because you can segment it.
Yes.
Beautiful. And then you've got these two here are high sugar squash.
Okay.
They're Harlequin and Festival.
Yes.
They're brilliant for pudding squashes.
What I am going to cook today is the Crown Prince, because I was so intrigued with it. You know, I haven't seen this before. So I asked Phil about, is this blue from inside, because I haven't seen it. No, he said it's actually orange, you know, color, same color as a butternut squash. Some people say it's really hard to cut through. The easiest way, you know, it's like a watermelon. It's called the lines. So I always tell all the people who ask me is, with a small knife, just cut, and then you take the parts out and then peel the skin. Not with a peeler, again it's very hard. So just with a small knife, do it, and then dice it. So then next bit is peel the ginger. You peel the ginger and you grate it. Not chop it, not make a paste, grate it. It's very important to grate. And then you have your Kashmiri chili paste, which you can buy easily nowadays in the supermarkets. Dried chilies. What you do is soak the chilies, then just make a paste in the blender. Very important is the Indian 5-spice mix, not the Chinese 5-spice mix. This is Panch Foran. Panch means 5 different spices. So I'll put that in my hand. I'll show you. We've got cumin seeds, fenugreek seeds, nigella seeds, fennel seeds, and then mustard seeds. Combined, all same quantity, gives you a killer combination. It's very, very sweet and bite is really, and it's whole. You don't need to make a powder to it. Now I'm going to show you step by step how to make the dish. We're going to use a non-stick pan. Very little oil you need to use. Because you're using a non-stick pan. Secondly, squashes have really nice kind of a texture which really absorbs. So what we do is, once the pan is hot, and that's again a very, very important thing, you have to heat the pan before adding any oil. And I prefer using mustard oil or rapeseed oil. The reason I don't use mustard oil in this country is very hard to get sometimes. And rapeseed oil is wonderful. It's in abundance in this country. Again, it's locally sourced, which is very, very important to me. And about 2 teaspoons of rapeseed oil, because once the pan is hot, the oil expands. And once the oil is hot, what you do is immediately put 5-spice mix. When you hear that sizzling noise, add the grated ginger which you have kept aside. So quickly add the ginger, add the chili paste, and the salt according to your taste. Just 2 to 3 minutes. Make sure you're stirring continuously on a high heat, not medium, not low, on a high heat. Keep stirring it. But 2 to 3 minutes, you add any squash is what you're using. You do not cover it with the lid. You add a little bit of hot water. So add little drops of it, not too much, because the squashes become very mushy very quickly. Within 12 to 15 minutes, depending on the texture of the squashes, the dish is ready. For me, supporting all the local producers are very, very important in my restaurant, you know. And I do not preach anybody, but it's important that we all help as much as we can, these local producers.